score.
Welcome to Aarhus, Denmark's second biggest city, the city of smiles. I'm here for the match tonight, which is AGF, the local team, versus Brøndby or Brøndby from Copenhagen, the capital. I've actually seen Brøndby play before. I watched them in the Copenhagen derby in the first ever video I did for the channel. Go and check that video out if you're interested. Also maybe consider subscribing to the channel while you're at it, and also give a like on the video, maybe share it with someone who you think might enjoy it too. That would really help me out. Before the match tonight, I want to check out Aarhus. Looks like a really cool city, so let's get going. Thought I'd start outside the city centre, so I've jumped on a bike and cycled down the coast. Really nice ride actually, and I've come out to a really cool art installation really. It's called the Infinite Bridge. It's just a circular boardwalk, which seems pretty straightforward, but it's really cool, really nice setting. Would definitely recommend coming out here and checking it out. It's very chill. The sun's out, but it's quite fresh. There's a load of wind, which means the waves pretty much touch your feet as you're walking along the boardwalk. There's a park just over there, and apparently there's a few different animals in there, so let's go in there and maybe see if we can spot a few. Well, that wasn't very difficult. There's loads of them here. They're absolutely everywhere. They seem pretty tame as well. I'm guessing that's probably because people come here all the time and feed them. But yeah, it's pretty cool. This park is really nice as well. You could probably spend hours just walking around here, which I imagine will be a big contrast to the game tonight between two teams that absolutely hate each other. Really nice out here, but it's time to head back into the city centre. Aarhus was actually named European Capital of Culture, I think in 2017, so not that long ago. So there's loads going on in the city centre, and one of those things is the Aarhus Art Museum, which sounds really cool. Not just your boring, stuffy art museum with portraits on the wall. I think there's a lot more going on there, so let's head there next. Brilliant, that, absolutely brilliant. Mostly it was these really cool sort of installations. Even in the basement, you went down there and you were transported to this sort of Japanese house in a thunderstorm, which is absolutely amazing. The building itself is unreal. The Rainbow Walk on the top is obviously a big Instagram spot. There's loads of people taking pictures up there, but it still is really cool, and those views over the city are well worth going up there and paying the price of the ticket. So absolutely top marks for that. Getting a bit hungry now. I've done quite a bit of walking, so next plan of action is to get some food. I've got somewhere in mind. Let's head there now, grab something to eat, and I can tell you how much all of this cost me. Come to a place called Aarhus Street Food. Really cool from outside. Everyone here seems to be having a really good time. Inside, loads of food options, literally everything you can possibly imagine. I personally went for a beef madras, really wanted a spicy curry, so that one jumped out at me, so I thought we'll give that a go. It's good, that, and a good sized portion. It's actually only a small, but it seems pretty good to me. Not actually that spicy. I thought it was going to be spicier, so that's a bit of a shame. But yeah, beef is nice, sauce is nice, rice is good, all good. And it was actually really reasonable, which brings me on to the costs of this trip. So let's go through that now. Okay, so let's start off with the flights, and I have a confession to make. I kind of messed up here. Aarhus does have an airport, but there are no flights from Manchester or Liverpool, which are the two airports I use, to Aarhus. No direct flights. So what I thought was, I'll fly to Copenhagen and then get the bus, but what I should have done is fly to Billund, which is a lot closer to Aarhus than Copenhagen is. Anyway, I flew to Copenhagen, the flights were really reasonable, and they cost me £58. Because I flew to Copenhagen, and that is really far from Aarhus, I had to get the bus. That bus was pretty long. It was a 3.5-hour journey, but a return trip was £24, which is actually really reasonable. Accommodation, I had to spend one night in Copenhagen, and I'll be spending one night in Aarhus. That came to a total of £56. Visiting the Infinity Bridge and going into the Deer Park this morning was totally free, so that's a really good activity you can do for no cost. The Aarhus Art Museum was £20, absolutely worth it. If you're in Aarhus, then that is a total must-do activity. The curry that I've just had was £7, pretty reasonable, and my match ticket for one of the best games in Denmark's top league was £20. That's really, really good value. I'm really happy with that. All of which comes to a grand total of £185. We've done it again, the whole trip for under £200, even though I've flown to the wrong place. So you can't argue with that. It's really good value for money again. So I hope you found that informative. Plan of action now is to head back to my accommodation, freshen up, quick turnaround, and then we'll head to the match. Time for the match, AGF versus Brøndby. This is a huge match. Some people maybe don't realise that FC Copenhagen were actually only founded 30 years ago, so their rivalry with Brøndby, the Copenhagen derby, is actually a really recent fixture. Prior to that, the big game in Denmark was AGF versus Brøndby, and that's the game we're going to today, so there's a lot of history involved in this match. I really can't wait for it, and I can't wait to check out the stadium, Ceres Park, which has got a lot of history behind it as well. So let's head to the stadium now.
It looks class, it helps it's a sunny day. Brøndby fans are away to my right there in a really distinctive yellow. They'll be bringing loads of colour. Looks like most of the hardcore AGF ultras are away to my left. And also, can we just take a minute just to appreciate how good the AGF badge is? Absolutely love the AGF badge. This is going to be a good one. I can tell the atmosphere is going to be bouncing here today. Let's go. Striker through on goal. Peacock Barrel's just holding him down, grabbed him by the waist. Absolute Stonewall red card. I don't know what he was thinking. Should have just let him score. AGF down to 10 men. Really, really difficult 2-0. Didn't get the camera out in time for it, but a really good goal, good ball into the box, and then a little clipped finish over the goalkeeper. 2-0 down, 10 men. You wouldn't back them, would you? Half-time, AGF 0, Brøndby 2. Absolute moment of madness for Bailey Peacock, viral unfortunately. I listened to an interview we did actually on the Danish Dynamite podcast. Shout out to Henry, brilliant podcast covering Danish football. Listened to an interview we did with Bailey. Came across as a lovely bloke, but bloody hell, I don't know what he was thinking there. I guess, you know, it's hard to have that clear thinking when you start to panic. The ball went through his legs, hit the post, and then he's just grabbed the striker and pulled him down. With the benefit of hindsight, you go, just let him score, and then at least you've still got 11 players on the pitch. But he's pulled him down, straight red, penalty, scores the pen, 1-0 down, uphill struggle from there, and it's so hard. Before then, not a lot happened, to be honest. AGF maybe had more of the play, really, finding a few spaces, breaking through on goal, but that red card has just absolutely killed them there. And Brøndby have just got the ball, they're keeping it all the time, they're playing it really well. Sometimes you see teams go down to 10 men, they don't keep the ball well, but Brøndby are playing it absolutely perfectly. 2-0 up, I can't imagine them not hanging on to this. They'll probably score more goals, unfortunately. I really want to see just one goal for AGF. I want to see these fans be able to celebrate something. Fingers crossed for the second half. These Brøndby fans are going absolutely mental. Full-time, AGF 0, Brøndby 3. Absolutely brilliant experience. I love the stadium, love Sarah's Park. I'd love to come back when they have 11 men on the pitch because the fans were fantastic behind the goal over there. Brøndby fans, amazing as always. I've got a real soft spot for them. The whole city, the whole weekend, absolutely brilliant. Take care. I'll see you on the next